What up, what up, what up? It's Yazzie here. So, I am teaching this summer. I've had a very, very enriching, a very wonderful learning experience. I'm teaching high schoolers, and we, as a part of our curriculum, we had to do a community service project. We're in Washington, D.C., and my students ranked uh, the we had kind of a brainstorming session to think about all of the issues that are in our communities and ways in which we can help my students. The issue that they chose, they felt that they could make a tangible change or make a difference with, is teen pregnancy. And we found this organization based in Baltimore that helps teens with children. Now, I deal with, in my line of work, I deal with young people with parents in prison. That is definitely a marginalized group. Now, this is a big marginalized group, and I think it's changed a little over the years, but young teen moms, young teen parents are usually looked down upon. Usually they're felt sorry for. We did a community service project. We went downtown. We went to the Smithsonian area, and we went around and we had posters and we were asking people for donations, and of course most people walked by. Most people, I totally understand this. Most people don't carry money on them anymore. But we did have brochure, like we just carry cards, including myself. I used to carry around cash and I don't. But it's always good to carry cash because you never know. It's always good to carry $5, $10. You might have to take a taxi for some reason. You might end up losing your card. You just never know. You don't want to get caught like that. So anyway, we were asking for my students. I'm so proud of them. They were asking for donations and they got frustrated a lot because they felt like people were ignoring them, people were being rude. The donation to help Teen Moms. Go buy some cookies for them. Teen Moms are in all races. Imagine a child with a teen parent. You would want others to help them, so help other teens right now. Does that even make sense? I always find it interesting, and yes, we're all guilty of walking past someone on the street that's begging because it's almost nearly impossible to give every single time. And there are some, I don't know the statistics, there are some people who portray as homeless and they beg, but actually they're not homeless at all. They're just begging. But I don't think that happens a whole lot. Now in New York, it's a joke. It's really a joke in New York. They'll hold up signs. When I went to New York, it's like, oh, I need money for a new iPhone, and it's like, for real, like that's not even funny. So it's almost as if they're mocking that. Like, why would you even make a joke out of that? You don't. It would not be funny if you were really homeless and you really needed that money. That's not funny. Um, I'm not big on sarcasm anyway, so my students learned a lot. They learned a lot. And I learned a lot watching them and watching people. I just think it's so interesting that in the United States, Americans, we go gung ho over going abroad, going to Africa, and building wells and changing lives and bringing shoes and bringing clothes. All that is fine and dandy. Yes, it is. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But what bothers me is that the basic things in the United States that the people that need help, health care, my population, children with incarcerated parents, uh, teen parents. Of course, you don't want to promote that. You don't say, yeah, let's let all of our teens just go get pregnant. No, no. But for the ones who have made mistakes, the ones who already have children, we need to help them. But I just think it's so interesting that we'll travel to Africa. We'll pay $2,000 to $5,000, catch a plane, a 22-hour flight, or switch over a layover, a switch over flight, and go give all of this. But we come back home and you see teenagers doing something good. And of course, we always think it's a scam. But why do we always think it's a scam? And what? So what if it is? You don't know that. Like, your heart should be in the right place. So what if it's a scam? That's on them. That's not on you. But of course, it was not a scam. We're giving this money to the organization in Baltimore.
Imagine your child with a teen parent. Teen pregnancy of a baby. Donate to teen pregnancy. 2 cookies for $1. We changed our prices. 3 cookies for $2.
Cause his pockets up here, he was down here, so I ain't got no dollar. Like, your
Pockets.
Oh, they should have went up to him like, your pocket's not down there.
Leslie, how much did y'all say y'all made?
Huh?
How much did you make?
like 22.
How much y'all made?
We made $40.
Okay, so what did y'all think? How was it? What did you learn?
People be, I learned today that people who have money could be stingy, but some people do care about our community.
Okay. How'd you feel?
Same way.
Same way? It was fun?
Yeah, it was
But people are just, they're just
I
not
feel as
generous.
though that I changed my whole vibe about white
Like a
people,
pocket
because
movement.
white people are still stingy just as much as the blacks are.
It's some, not all of them.
Some,
Not all black people.
because that dude gave us $20 and you say,
So what about like
Some people that looked very nice.
her husband?
Oh, you get like, when you're an egg and a woman to be like, she ain't look like she want to give it to you, then if her boyfriend or husband say no, they'll walk away. Like,
keep
and
walking.
the lady be looking like she wants to really give it to you.
Mm-hmm. What did you think, Tiana? You did a good job too.
her, let me tell you, so many people out here are just so selfish. But I'm so glad that so many people gave back to help teens
Yep.
around the world.
That's true. That's good.
I feel like I had fun.
You had fun?
I see people and then people, and I'm saying,
Some people ain't
you know, they want to give us money.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ask the guys.
The lady asked us for a commercial or something like that. She sounded like she was trying to say we was lying. That's why she was asking us all those questions.
Oh, I see. What did y'all think?
It was good. It was good.
How was it? Were people rude?
Yeah, some were. Most nice.
Most are.
Some, but most.
Okay. Did you learn anything? You feel like?
No.
No. Do you feel like
I felt
when you
like,
see people? Oh, go ahead.
I felt that some people care for the community and others don't. They just care for themselves.
That's interesting.
But yeah, I think Americans really need to get their priorities in order. They're even, and I'm saying these two demographics, New Orleans, guys, Katrina hit so bad. People are still misplaced because of Katrina. People will never reunite with their families the way they once did because of Katrina. And I definitely think that a lot of churches, a lot of organizations, yes, abroad, they need our help. They need our help to do things their government does not do. But there are a lot of things in the U.S. that the government does not do that we need help for. You know, we need help. Of course, okay, fine. You have your own preconceived notions. You think, oh, well, she has a young child, so she's getting food stamps and she's getting EBT, she's getting government cheese, she's getting free housing or reduced housing. That's not always the case. That's just not always the case. The lady who started the organization was telling us stories of how, for example, one young woman that has a child, her mother passed away. She had to live with her aunt, and so she moved all the way somewhere from like Kansas, or it was really, nowhere near Maryland. And the girl had to relocate to Maryland with her aunt. And her aunt was just so evil and just would do things and would call the police and like, I'm scared for my life, and just she would do anything to get the girl out of the house. So that type of thing, you can't blame them for that, right? You can't blame them for that. So as Americans, my point is, I think we as Americans need to get our priorities together. I think that we need to be more supportive of each other. We need to be more like Canada. Canada, it's not like a white, black thing. It's like we're Canadians. And for us, in 2013, it should be we're Americans. We're Americans. That's what it should be. We're Americans. Peace.
Now you didn't know she didn't allow you, yeah. Hate you when they love you, then they hate you again. Lord.